Okay, gonna work on tool post, quick change. It's, believe it or not, the ground is white outside. It's snowing. So, well, it snowed. It's cold. So I've got the drawings laying here, and I'm gonna do it in half scale of what the drawings show. I don't know if it'll focus on that or not. These are the drawings for it. This is page 1. That just shows a view of it in 3D, and we want to do the main body first. First thing we want to do. Come on. That is sheet 3. There we go. Sheet 2. Sheet 2 of 4. So here it is. I'll just take and divide the numbers in half, and we'll go from there. So the first thing is the slot is there's a reference dimension, I believe, on here. Yep, right here. Reference dimension for that dovetail breakout of it, and it's at 820, so it'll be 410. And the depth of it, I think there's a reference for that somewhere also. Oh, there it is. Reference dimension is 315, I believe. Yep, 315. So 162 and a half, is that right? I'm using my calculator just to make sure I don't make any errors on the numbers here. Huh. Well, got the calculator right here, I guess. Calculator. Alright. I'm going to say 215. 157 and a half. So that's the depth. 157. So that's what we're going to do first, is we're going to take an end mill, and we're going to cut through where the dovetails are going to go. I have them laying over here. I'm still not all that happy with the screw on the cross slide, so I may end up making another one. I did get it fairly good. You still feel a little clunk in it, so. Alright, so we'll set up, and we'll come through here. We'll find the center, and we'll take a 1/4 inch end mill and plunge in, and then we'll move over until we get that 410 dimension. And we got to make sure we do it the right way here. Yep, this way, just like that. And this one would go just like that. The reason is I got it flat on this side, you know. So. There's a dimension on the end over also. Let's scribe that on there. Oh, it's 750, so it'll be 375. 375 over. And we'll set the Cadillac gauge to 375. 375. And then we'll set the scale. Or set the scribe. Move my glasses out of the way here. Oh, by the way. Got my tooth fixed. Well, it's a temporary. It's a patch. But he wanted to just look at it and take x-rays because I went to a new dentist. Because my dentist that I did go through to retired. Unfortunately. I usually go to the dentist 2 times a year. And I don't know why. Well, that tooth has been cracked for a long time. Alright, so now we got the Cadillac gauge set at 375. Take this. Take it down. Let's go 3 inches. 3 inches, 375. And we'll set this at 0. Set that at 0. Then we'll come down with our scribe. Oh. On it. And set that at 375. Just want to make sure I didn't move it. No. Alright, so now we can scribe that line, the line on here. It's in 2 places. It's here and here. Goes here. The reason I set it on 1, 2, 3 block, I can't get this scribe down low enough to the ground or to the table surface plate because of the way the high stand is made. So anyway, I set it up 3 inches and then I'll set the scale, or I set the scribe at 375 from there. So we'll scribe a line across on that side, and we want it on this side. So that gives us our starting point. When we go through with the 1/4 inch end mill, we can come up close to that line. Although the dovetail will actually be in the center, so it's just a little cheater line just to make sure that I ain't messing it up, if you know what I mean. And then the depth is okay. Alright, so I'm going to shut the camera off, move you over there to the mill, and we'll get started. Okay, we're at the mill. I think I'm going to lower you down a little. And what I'm going to do here now, I've got a 1/4 inch end mill set up in there, and I got the scribe lines on here. I'm going to put the scribe line toward the back, one on each side here. Right them in there, and then I'm going to move over, and I'm just going to eyeball it close to the scribe line. And we're going to touch off. So we'll move it over here. We'll bring this down. And we're just going to get it close to the scribe line. Not going to be. It's not going to be right on the scribe line right away. Ah. We should have plenty of room because we got to go to 400 and something. So just turning it so that the flute is more. Right there. And then I'm going to zero my Y. And grab a piece of telephone paper. Piece. And we're going to come down on a piece of telephone paper. Yellow page. And I can't remember the depth. Just get the drawings over here. The depth was 157. So we'll crank her up. We'll crank her up 100. Take a 100 valve cut. 1/4 inch end mill, 4 flute, carbide. It's a carbide end mill. I'm just checking to see how close I am to the scribe line. I could actually move it in a little more. I'm going to move it. Move it toward the scribe line a little more. 50 thou or so. I just want to be close to that scribe line. That's a little. That might be a little too close. Back will re-zero. All right, here we go. A coolant bottle. That one I think is just cold roll. Real pretty smooth. And then we got to go 57 more. More. 30, 40, 50. Actually, it's 57 and a half. So I'm going to go 56. Because we were up on that yellow paper, we'll still be a little shallow, but it'll be close enough. I think I need this chip shield there. We're not making chips fly anyway. need it there. Stick it over here. Just wiping some of the chips off it. I mean, magnetic chip shields and stuff are nice, but if you're milling a steel, they attract everything. All right. So we went through. So now we want to take them out, turn them, and do the opposite side, or the side adjacent to it. It would be 90 degrees to it. So take this one out, and we'll have to take and deburr it. Run a file over it a little bit. It's gonna go. There goes my dicum. We'll just like that. Then we'll take and turn this to the back jaw and to the other line. Let's brush that out. And take this one out. Do the same thing. Run the file over it. Didn't raise much of a burr anyway, really. It actually cut pretty good. I didn't sharpen that one. It's a used one though. It's a used end though. And it looked like it was in pretty good shape, so. Now we'll put this in like that. And we're gonna just drop her down at 57. And we'll go at it again. 100,000. Yeah, I woke up this morning, the ground is white. I was originally planning on going and getting 15 more bundles of shingles and maybe getting them on the roof, but too cold for me. Funny how I used to go snowmobiling, skiing. Cold never bothered me at all. Now that I'm older, nope. Well, the trigeminal is causing that. That was a pretty quick trip to the dentist. They took x-rays all the way around, because new dentists, going to a new dentist now. It's actually the dentist that I was going to, it's his son-in-law. So I was pretty happy with it. He said, fix that my front tooth, and he says it's just a patch, because apparently it'll take longer to do the real thing or whatever. So, a couple weeks, or no. Is it next week? I think it's already next week. No, it's a couple weeks. A couple weeks, then I'll have to go back. cranked it up to 57 and 56, I should say. Okay, so that was our first cuts. I've made a few of these quick changes, and the drawing that I pulled up first, that I went and found in my files, first page is wrong. I had originally drawn it up for 45 degree, and then I changed it to 60 degree after I thought about it. So if anybody got drawings from me and that first page is wrong, let me know and I'll send you a corrected copy. A copy that's right. That's what happens when you hang on to files that, you know, I should have just deleted that file and got rid of it, but I hung on to it because it was the original. Alright, so what I'm doing now, taking them out, hitting them, deburr. Actually, I wouldn't even have to deburr it yet, but that's okay. Just running the file over it. Now what we're going to do is, they were sitting in there like that. I'm going to turn them like that. And that way, that slot will be centered. And get the chips out of there. There we go. Alright, so they'll set this in here. And then we'll just adjust until we get the right width of slot that we want, which was 410, I think. Right? It was, yep, 410. So we'll see what we get here. So now we're going to climb cut across that. Right to the depth. I'm just going to take this end one out here and examine it. And we'll see what we got. Calipers, calipers, calipers. I need over here at surface plate. Alright, so we want 410 here. And we are at 386. Alright. 410. Where's my calculator at? Come on. Okay. 0.4 410. Subtract 0.386 equals 24th thou. So move it 12th thou on Y, and it should be, then we should be there. So we will bring the table out 12th thou. Right there. Right there. And we're gonna run her through again. Now we got to run them through both ways again, back and front. Okay. And wipe that off. And what we're going to do is we're just going to turn it 180 degrees. Put it back in. Same thing with this one. 180 degrees. Put it back in. Quit snowing outside, but it's only 27 degrees. So it's cold. Okay. Those, this side should be up right to the size. A little. Well, let's measure it. We want a 410. 410, right on the money. 410, that was a pretty good guess, huh? So now we flip it like that to get to the other slot. Pull this out of there. Deburr it a little bit. Making sure there's no chips laying on top. My dovetail cutter that I got will just fit through there. It's just shy of what we need. So So there we'll have to put it on center. And turn it 180 degrees, put it back in. Turn it 180 degrees. Chip there. Back in. Okay, we got the first cuts on our dovetail done.